Thank you for being here with me. This is a practice to unwind your day and to help you to get a good night's sleep. And Milo over here is a great example. He's your inspiration. And you will want to have a few things to make sure you're comfortable. First of all, this can be done in bed. I've got some extra padding on my mat if you're doing it on a mat. But I'd recommend I have bolsters, but if you have pillows, a few pillows would be nice. I have 2 blankets, grab some blankets. And also, this is an eye pillow. If you don't have an eye pillow, they're really nice to have. What you can do is just take a clean sock or a washcloth, something to put over your eyes. And also, we're going to do something where we're going to be putting our legs up. And that could be on a couch if you want to stack bed pillows in your bed, or I have a stool that I'll be pulling in. So have something perhaps available. That's at the end. It's optional, but to put your legs up. So we'll come into a seated position first. And I invite you to just place your feet on the ground as wide as they're comfortable. Take your hands to your shins. Take a moment just to feel the parts of your body that are touching the ground. So starting with your feet, you might even just wiggle your toes. Maybe you've had shoes on all day. Feel the freedom of moving your toes and feeling all the muscles and tissues in your feet. Might even gently rock your feet, your ankles from side to side. Notice how your legs respond and your hips. Feeling the ground with your feet. Let the ground give your feet feedback. Then relax your feet and bring your awareness into the base of your spine. You might feel your sit bones. See if you want to rock side to side on the sit bones from left to right. Now landing yourself in the base of your spine. Could also make little circles. But feel that space at the base of your spine, just like you felt your feet on the ground. And then pausing just for a moment. Place one hand on your heart and one on your abdomen. Notice where your body is moving with your natural breath. Do you feel your abdomen move? Do you feel your chest move? Might feel more movement in the sides of the ribs or even the back body. But let yourself be present in the physical sensations of your breath within your body. You might notice the breath on your nose or your mouth, the temperature of the coolness coming in and the warmth going out. And any time during this practice, know that you can stop and be still and just be in the presence of your breath. And that is going to help your nervous system to relax. For now, we'll create some movement just by taking your hands to your shins. And take a breath in. And as you take your breath in, rock forward onto the front of the sit bones. Let your heart come forward. So you'll feel a little bit of lift and expansion in the front body. As you breathe out, just release the effort. So roll back to where you started on your sit bones. Now breathe into your back body. And as you do, think of having a turtle shell on your backside. Roll towards the back of the sit bones and the sacrum. You get a nice little arm stretch there too. And then exhale, release that. Roll back to the center of your sit bones. So we inhale, come forward. Exhale, release. Inhale back. Exhale, release. And anytime you can, I encourage you to close your eyes. So seeing the movement, feel the movement. Notice the pace of your breath and let the pace of your breath set the pace of the movement. So if at any time you're out of breath, you might need to move a little faster. If you've got some breath left as you're moving, you can move even slower. Last one. Pause at your center. So here I'm going to invite you to extend your legs, just a nice little stretch for the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. This is a good one if you sit a lot, particularly. But if you have tightness back there, this is about a nourishing practice. What you can do is put bolsters or pillows underneath the backs of your thighs or knees. So we're not pulling too much. So here I'm going to get a deeper hamstring stretch without pulling on the low back though. So find that for you. So here or here. I'll leave these here. Make sure you're still in that good space in your sit bones. Just stack your ears over your shoulders and your shoulders over your hips. And then feeling your sit bones, start to make some slow circles from the base of your spine. Or think if you were a very slow spinning top. And you're just spinning around. And start to sense the way that as you fall to the right, you'll get a little stretch to your left side. As you fall to the left, you'll feel a little stretch to your right side. And coming forward, feel that gentle stretch to your back and spine. Easy and slow. Your breath should continue to flow gently and sweetly. And you know you're doing just the right amount. You can stop anytime. You can change the direction of your circles. But feel yourself moving from the sit bones, from the base of the spine. And the whole length of your spine, your skull responding. If at any time you want to stop, you can stop in a more neutral position, or what I'm going to do is stop slightly forward. So when we fold forward, it tends to calm the nervous system, but only if we're not going so far that there's discomfort. So you can drop forward, breathe into the back body. Think of the backs of the lungs under your shoulder blades. You can let your head hang heavy. Sometimes I'll even support my head with my hands. Breathe into the back, create space in the back body. As you breathe out, just fall forward. Don't force yourself. Just let the torso be heavy towards the ground. Taking a few more breaths into the back body. Always listening to your body. So my head is saying, please gently move the neck, or your toes might want to wiggle. That's that inner whisper. When you're ready to come up, slowly take a breath in and rise up. We're going to do another seated movement, and this time, again, you have lots of options with your legs. You could just stack your legs to the left, so both feet to the left, if that's comfortable for you. You could also take the right heel towards the left knee, more of what we call the Z-sit position. It's really up to you and what your hips are most comfortable doing. So we'll sit first, let our body feel the new position, sense the big toe side of the left foot, the little toe side of the right foot. Find those spaces in your body. You might feel more weight now in your right butt cheek. That's all good. Then place your hands on your heart. Image a beautiful light, a radiance coming from your heart. And from your heart, as you take a breath in, see that light rotating gently to the right. As you breathe out, just float back to where you started. So moving from your heart space, rotating to the right. On your breath in, and breathing out, and coming back. So we're initiating this twist or rotation from the chest, from the torso. At the top of the inhale, if you want to gently move your head, you can do that too. And the other thing is, once we found the movement from the heart, you might choose to take your right hand to the ground. Maybe left hand rests on your leg, or you can also take your left hand to your shoulder. Come around a little bit further, letting that left hip lift up. You decide. It's enough to clarify and clear any sticky patterns in your body, but we're trying to do it without stimulating ourselves too much. moving slow with your breath. Next time you come into the rotation, you could pause. And in that pause, you could stay upright, or what I like to do is come down onto the forearms. You could take one of those pillows, put it underneath your head, maybe both pillows, or under your chest. I like to rest on the right cheek. Just take a moment in the rotation. Notice the length through your left side. And what we sometimes do in somatic yoga is we direct our breath into one lung. So if it's available, imagine yourself breathing into the left side of your body. You could even reach that left arm overhead. Opportunity to clear and cleanse the whole left lung. You can think of your organs in the left side of your body, your heart, your spleen. Just the right amount of effort to calm your nervous system. And then use your hands. Press up, come up slowly. So sometimes it's a bit of a trick because the body needs movement to release and relax, and the mind needs stillness and quiet. So combining those two as best you can. And then we'll be switching to the other side. So before we do, just take the legs out in front of you. Shake them out for a moment. Find those sit bones again, and if it's more comfortable with the legs bent, feet on the ground, you can do that. Make the circles. And this is a good time to check. If you're feeling more stimulated, then you know you can turn the volume dial down, do a little bit less. Do you feel a sense of calm? A feeling of being more present in your body. And then switching sides. The feet can be in any position again. It might be where you're putting your left heel to your right knee, or just stacking your legs in any way that it's comfortable for you. So sometimes I'm tighter on one side and I need to put a little bolster underneath that left hip. That can be available for you too. But finding your way into the seated position, now noticing the big toe side of the right foot, little toe side of the left foot, the outer left shin. Feel the weight in the left hip. Where are your bones resting? Where are they feeling the ground and gravity? Can you let go into gravity? And come into the space of your heart. See that beautiful light, whatever color you want it to be. As you breathe in, it's like the breath, the prana creates the radiance of that light in your heart, and you're turning it gently to the left. And breathing out, just releasing, coming back to center. So even if it's a small rotation, let your heart lead you. That is always one of the keys for me, is to calm my mind. I come into my heart. Rather than telling my mind to shut up, which isn't so nice, I say, heart, take the lead. And if that feels okay for you, any other hand positions, you might place your left hand on the ground. Right hand could just relax, and then you can go a little bit further, letting the right hip lift up. As you breathe in, breathing out, coming down. Or option to place the right hand on the shoulder. Come around a little further, reaching with the elbow. How much do you need to stay present in your body and your breath? Giving yourself permission to underdo. That's something I struggled with for years. More is better, right? Not always. As I turn my body to the fire, my heart to the fire, I think of that radiance and that warmth. Next time you're there, you can stop. You could stay up on your hands. You could drop down to your forearms or your arms. And just taking a moment in stillness to feel this rotation through your spine. Maybe noticing your right side now. Can you breathe into the right side of your body? If it helps, you can reach your right hand slightly forward to create more space in the right side. Just think of each position as a package, and that package is creating space somewhere in your body for your breath. Can you find the space in your right side? And go in and open that package. You want to know what's in there. It's all yours. Let your arm relax. Use the strength of your arms to walk yourself back up. Once again, just take the legs out in front of you with feet on the ground or legs extended. And last time before we go down onto our back, just rolling around. Feeling the ground underneath the base of the spine. Any pattern that you enjoy. And as lovely as it is to feel maybe our feet and the base of the spine on the ground, the brain really appreciates when we can feel the whole backside. So that's where we're going next. So with the feet on the ground, to keep the knees bent, the low back is more comfortable that way. We'll come down, and if you'd like a pillow or something underneath your head, please feel free to do that. Any position for your legs that's comfortable for you, as long as the knees are bent to start. And we're going to come into the pelvis and the low back. So you might even want to place your hands on your abdomen, the front of the low back. Invite yourself to direct the breath into the abdomen. Can you feel your abdomen expand, your hands rise up as you breathe in? Breathe out. Just softly let it go. If you like something a little more tactile, you can touch the tips of the index fingers together. And as you breathe in, notice how the index fingers slightly come apart. And on the breath out, they come back together. Now you're landing in not only your feet, but the whole back body, but particularly in your hips. Think of sending all that relaxing energy into the base of the spine and the whole pelvic girdle. You've got a bowl down there. You can fill that bowl with thoughts of sweet sleep and pranic energy, that life force in your pelvis. And we're going to do just some gentle, sweet movements to release a little bit. So you may want to have your feet wider than your hips, as close or far from the buttocks as is comfortable for you. And just see your left side. Sometimes I'll push my left foot and shoulder into the ground to clarify. That's my left side. If it's available, you could breathe into your left lung. But as you breathe in, you're going to tip onto the big toe side of the left foot. Let that leg fall in and reach your left arm overhead. So little side stretch. Breathe out. Release the effort. Come back to your starting point. I like to let my head roll, but just breathe in and address that whole left side. Lengthen it out. Breathe out, release. You can do one breath per movement or stop anywhere along the way. Just take a few breaths in stillness. Notice where your skin is stretching, what places in your body are available to breathe to. And then And let that go. We take what's called the magic moment. If you want to take both legs out long, just for a moment, shake them out, wiggle your toes. And this is part of the getting ready for a deeper rest. But rest in your body in stillness and see what you feel in the left side and the right side. Can you feel any difference? Does one side feel heavier or lighter or longer or shorter? What's available to you if you just go in and see what you can feel in your body right now? Is there any difference between the two sides? So we're doing what we call pratyahara in yoga, which is sensory withdrawal. So this is the technique, is we're letting go of everything outside of us just by being present in what we feel inside of us. And this helps to calm the nervous system. So we'll try the other side. So it's less about the movement and more about just being present in the space of your body. So side 2, you can feel your right foot, your right shoulder blade. Like I said, I like to push them into the ground just to clarify where they are. You could even breathe into your right lung if it's available. And then tip onto the big toe side of your right foot. You can draw that thigh bone across the center of the mat as you reach with your right hand. Find some length and some space in the right side. And breathe out and release. Feel your skull. Let it be heavy. Let it roll. Either way, right or left. So withdrawing yourself from everything outside of you that we've experienced during the day. And of course, your mind will go back out and have those memories or think of something you forgot to do. All of those things. That's normal. Don't scold yourself. Praise yourself for coming back into your body each time you do. The coming back is the moment of mindfulness. Last one, or you can be still for a few breaths. And let that go. So it's about giving you just enough movement to stimulate your brain to be present in your body. So now I'm going to turn so you can see me, but we're going to switch to a side lying position, coming on to the right side. So if you like to have a pillow or something underneath you, you can do that. But you can just roll onto your side. And this is the fetal curl position. And it's a beautiful position because I sleep this way, but it's protective. It's letting the nervous system know you're safe. We come into this position. You can draw your legs in, bring your head down towards your heart, bow your head to your heart, and also think about sort of rounding your spine. And just rock yourself in any way that feels soothing, releasing for you. You can rock your hips. You can gently roll your top left hip. You could also roll your top left shoulder. So that's one way to unwind the joints. Think of unwinding them by circling them. Rolling through your skull. We're in the safe space where we're just exploring these micro movements in the safe space. If there's anything else, if a leg wants to come out, and then going into a little bit more of a side stretch. If you'd like to start breathing in, you can slide your left arm overhead and think of lifting your ribs up. Breathe into your left lung and breathe out. Just release the effort. So I'm lifting the bottom ribs off the ground, the top ribs towards the sky. Breathing out and relaxing. Also an option, so if you tend to hold tension in your legs, to add your legs into this. You could reach through your leg as you're reaching through your arm. So left arm, left leg at the same time. Feel all that space. Breathe out. Let go. Creating space without strain. And lingering a little bit longer in the space of not doing. Last one. So this time, instead of holding at the top of the inhale where we're active, I'm going to encourage you to hold in the space of undoing in that fetal curl. You can be still. You can gently rock yourself. Just take a few breaths. Are you feeling sleepier, calmer? And then we'll be switching sides. Take your time. How do you switch sides? You could just roll over. I'm going to flip so you can still see me. Coming on to the left side in that fetal curl. So I'm going to bring the legs in tight around my spine so it'll feel a little compressed in the abdomen, but that's the safety, protecting all your vital organs. You can bring your nose down or your skull down towards your heart. Curl yourself up into that safe ball. I think of Milo when he's getting ready to sleep and he does his little circles and then he curls himself up into a tight little ball. Find your tight ball and see if you just want to rock a little bit. You could roll your right hip in circles. Unwind the hip. You could roll your right shoulder in circles. Make any noises that help you to release too. It's a little secret. When I get into bed at night, I make a lot of noises. Noises of joy and release. You can roll your head a little, feel your skull from the left ear through the back of the skull. Just exploratory, and soft and sweet. Maybe you just stay here, curled up into the space of safety, or you can breathe into the left lung. Begin to reach right lung, reach your right arm overhead. You can lift your right side body. Breathe out, release the effort. It's just creating a little more space for prana to come into that right side. Detox your liver with positive thoughts for your liver, gratitude. Also the option to reach through your leg if you respond more to the physical versus just working with your energy, your thoughts. Your thoughts are energy. Last one. We're going to be coming on to our backside, and this is where I'd ask you if you'd like to, you don't have to, but if you'd like to put your legs up, to have pillows available or some sort of couch to put your legs up on. I'm feeling relaxed. But with the magic of camera, we were able to bring in my stool. So that's where we're going if you want to put your legs up. I'm also going to recommend that you keep your eye pillow and both blankets available. And before we go back to rest, we're going to take a blanket and open it up so it's long. I call this the energy helmet. And fold it so it's long and thin. Doesn't have to be exact science, but about like that. And then put that down wherever your head's going to go. So if you have a pillow, you could put it on top of your pillow. Put it down so that it split evenly so your head would go in the middle. You may want a blanket to put on top of you. Again, the eye pillow. So we're going to come down onto our back, have that stool or whatever available. And before we put the legs up, just bring the legs into your body. We're going to do what we call Apanasana. Very simple movement. Take your hands to the knees or the backs of the thighs. And take a soft breath out and just use your arms to bring your legs into your body. As you breathe in, press the legs away. And breathe out and bring them in. So we can stay in this pattern of keeping the knees in line with the hips, but you could also play with taking your legs wider. You could do more of a circular pattern. Again, appreciating the whole back and spine resting on the ground. And gentle movement for the hips. We're going to be putting the legs up on the stool when you're ready, or like I said, pillows work. But this is just a really nice way to release the legs for the day, to energize your heart with new blood flow, so the type of energy that helps your heart to relax. And then before you go deep into it, and I'm going to tell you now, what I'm going to tell you to do is just to follow my instructions. Turn this video off, come back again next week, and we've got Simple Somatic Yoga 31 days coming your way. But turn the video off, stay here as long as you'd like. I'm not going to call you out because it may be that you can just drift off on your own. But here's the secret. This is what I call the energy helmet. You're going to take the blanket, and it's going to go over one ear. The left side will go over the left ear and cross your heart, and the right side, right ear and cross your heart. Okay, so we're doing the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. And then if you have the eye pillow, that's going to go over your eyes. So we're covering all of our doors of perception, our ears, our eyes, maybe not your nose because you want to breathe, in your mouth. But cover yourself up and snuggle up your heart under that blanket. And then for me, I like another blanket on top. So if I didn't already have my eye pillow on, I'd be able to see what I'm doing, but I would cover myself with a blanket. Take a moment. You could bring your hands to your abdomen. Be present in the feelings of your breath in your abdomen. And you might first take just a little bit more of a exhalation, a longer, slower exhalation, recognizing your ability to let go and release on the exhalation. But then eventually see if your breath gets stiller and calmer. And just let your breath breathe you. Be here for as long as you'd like. And as you no longer hear my voice, go inward. That's the true pratyahara. Not even listening to me anymore, just being present in the feelings within your body, the sense of your breath. If your mind's busy, go into your heart. Listen to all of the sensations in your body. I hope that you have time to continue to fade off and unwind for at least another 10 minutes. If I did 10 minutes, you would lose me and there would be no end to this video. Peace, joy, love and light to you. Hold on to those thoughts as you continue to unwind and get ready for sleep.